Hey there, my name's Bags, and today we're going to do a quick juggling workshop with plastic bags. So, what we're going to do is we're going to learn some juggling moves using these bags. Hopefully you've got some plastic bags around your house. Most people have some in a drawer or tucked away under the sink. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of the different types of plastic bag you might come across. These are the thicker, more sort of reusable plastic bags. Then you've got more sort of produce style, really thin bags. Or this is kind of what we're looking for. This is a more standard plastic bag, standard thickness you'll find at your average sort of grocery store. They're more of the sort of disposable plastic carrier bags. So that's what we're looking for. Ideally, I want you to find 2 or 3 of these. But if all you can find are the reusable ones or the grocery ones, they'll work as well. Just use them, no problem. Okay, so we're going to start with one bag, and the first thing I want us to do is just throw it from hand to hand, like this. Just get used to the fact that the bag flies in a slightly odd manner, and so, sometimes it catches on you as well. So it takes a little while to get used to. So let's make it a bit more difficult. I'm going to throw the bag in the air, turn around and catch it. Not too bad. If I can turn around one way, I'm going to try turning around the other way. Whoosh. Actually, it's pretty easy. I think maybe we need to try turning around 2 or else 3 times. So let's give that a go. First of all, we'll try turning around twice. Oh! I got it. And with a little third turn during the catch. And now try turning around 3 times before catching it. Might not work. Be really careful when you're doing this sort of thing. Make sure you've got enough space around you. So I've got plenty of space. If I turn around fast, I'm not going to fall over and knock something over or fall through a window. So only do this if you've cleaned the area, it's nice and safe, you're not going to break anything. Okay, I'm going to try 3 turns. Here we go. Close. See if you can do better. So this is with the sort of medium thickness bag. It's probably a bit easier with a bag like this, the really thin ones, because they take a bit longer to fall. Let's see if I can do it with this one. Oh! Success! Okay, so that was 3 turns under one throw. Let's see if we can make it harder in a slightly different way. Don't worry if you can't do 3 turns. Even if you just get 1 turn, that is fantastic. I'm just showing you some of the harder tricks so everyone's got something to have a crack at. Okay, let's try doing some clapping. So I'm going to throw the bag in the air, I'm going to clap, and then I'm going to catch it. So I'm throwing from one hand, clapping, and this time I want you to really think about grabbing downwards like this. So we're snatching it out of the air. So I throw from one hand, clap, catch with the other hand. Throw, clap, catch. Throw, clap, catch. Now that's a bit basic, maybe we can make it a bit more exciting. It's a circus skills lesson, so we're going to try doing some circus clapping. So I've got a throw, instead of clapping just here, so we can make it a bit more advanced. I'm going to try clapping under my leg, or I could clap under the other leg, or behind the back, or behind the head. Let's see how that goes. So under the leg, under the other leg, behind the back, whoa, behind the head. Yeah, not bad. Now let's see if we can put a few of those together. So for example, one leg then the other leg, or maybe leg, leg, back, or perhaps even leg, leg, back, head. Maybe. So have a play with those. You don't need to do exactly what I just did. You might come up with your own combinations. We could even put it together with throwing up, turning round. Whoa! Couldn't find where my hands were behind my back for a second there, but I think I worked it out. Let's try that again. Whoa! Whoa! That sort of thing. So you could put those 2 ideas together. So have a play with that. And then let's try some other throws around the body. So that was clapping around different parts of the body. Let's try doing some throws around different parts of the body. So I'm going to lift up my knee and I'm going to throw the bag under my leg but up in the air. So it looks like this. We go up like that. Whoosh, up. Whoop. Like that. So that's a good one. Another one we could try would be behind the back. Behind the back, oh, you're still there. Behind the back is a bit more awkward. So I'm going to reach my arm up like this and let go back here. And I'm trying to get the bag to come up over my shoulder like this. So it goes whoosh, over my shoulder, up, over my shoulder, whoop. And we're keeping the bag sort of mostly open when we're doing this. You could screw it up into a ball, but that's not really what we're working on. But you're very welcome to try that and see how it flies through the air a bit differently. Whoosh, whoosh. This tends to take a bit less force to get it to go up into the air, but it falls a bit more quickly. So you could try doing like this. We're going to keep them open so they fall a bit more slowly, which is going to give us more time to do other tricks while they're in the air. So while it's coming up here, we clap under our legs, or I could even turn around and catch it. That was behind the back and under the leg. Let's also try under the arm. So I'm going to stick one arm out and I'm going to throw the bag under my arm like this, whoosh, and then catch it. Pretty simple. But maybe we can make it a bit more exciting. Now I'm going to throw the bag under my arm, but then with this hand I'm going to circle around the bag. So I'm going to throw it under the arm, circle around and catch it. Under the arm, circle around, catch. And you can circle around whoosh, with both arms if you feel so inclined. There we go, that was some around the body throws. Now let's try catching it on a couple of different parts of our body. I want you to be very careful. It probably says on here, do not put this bag, yes, to avoid danger of suffocation. Keep this plastic bag away from babies and children. That's meaning danger of suffocation. Don't ever put it over your head. So that's not what we're going to do. But we are going to try catching it on top of our head, like this. So have we got that? You're going to throw it up. Don't let it go. Don't let your head go inside the bag. But we are going to land the bag on top of our head, like that. Try that one. Can't do that. You could try catching it on your back, or you could try your elbow, or you could even try your foot. And then, when you've caught it somewhere, you could try throwing it to another part of your body. So let's see if we can do that. I'm going to catch it here, and then I'm going to throw it to another part of my body like that. So it's elbow to elbow. Maybe we can go elbow to foot. Boom. And then maybe I can get it foot up to head. Boom. Yes! And maybe I could try those foot circles, like we were doing arm circles around the bag. Maybe I can do foot circles around the bag. Like that. Boom. Okay, that's a few things with one bag. Let's try some stuff with two bags. Okay, a couple of tricks we can do with two. Again, I'm making sure the bags are a little bit spread out, like this. First thing we're going to try, pattern that most people think of as juggling, we're going to throw them in a circle, like this. So this trick's called a shower. And when you ask most people to juggle, they'll do a pattern like this. So what I'm doing, if I just show you with one quickly, I'm throwing the bag up into the air, and then I'm passing it underneath like this. Up into the air, pass it underneath. So we're going to do that with two. We're going to throw one high in the air, whoa, almost. Throw one high in the air, and then pass the other one underneath, and then catch it. So that's what we're working on. This is a shower. One goes high, the other one I bring my hands together, and I place on the other hand. So that's pretty good. Because it's taking so long to come down, we could probably make it a bit more difficult. I could maybe pass this one to this hand, back, and then there again. So instead of just going once across, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, like this. Let's see if we've got time for that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Not bad. Maybe we can make that a little bit more difficult. Perhaps I could pass it around my back or under my leg. Let's see. So first of all, let's try around the back. That was one. So that's kind of just, instead of passing it in front of us, we can go behind the back. Or maybe I could go around the back with that sort of 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can do that. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Okay, and now let's try doing some stuff with the legs as well. Here we go. Let's go under the leg one side, under the leg the other side, or maybe around a mixture of the legs. Boom, boom, boom. Oof. Push, push, push. Oh, we could alternate each one. That was what I almost did there. Boom, boom, boom. A bit like the clapping under the leg. Whew, that's exhausting. Okay, so that's the shower pattern, which is quite fun. Let's try another pattern. Let's throw them both in the air at the same time. Boom, like that. And with this, let's see if we can do the turning round underneath. So I'm going to throw them both in the air, turn around, and catch. Nice. Okay, maybe I could throw them both in the air and do some clapping. Let's try. Let's do boom, 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 catch. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's try doing some turning. I'm going to throw both in the air, I'm going to turn all the way around, and I'm going to do some clapping. So let's see if I can combine all three of those different things. Whoosh. Oh. Fantastic. Okay, that's going pretty good with two. Let's see what trick we can do with two that can maybe help us learn three-bag juggling. So, this trick, instead of doing this one which we introduced a little bit earlier, which we called the shower, instead of just throwing one across and passing the other one underneath, now we're going to throw both of them across. So we're going to go 1, 2, catch, catch, cross, cross, catch, catch. So can you see, all of my throws go high and in the air, and then I catch them. Now some people find it kind of difficult to break out of this pattern here. So to help with that, we're going to try doing it a couple of times without catching them at all. We're just going to make the throws, and we're going to make a big cross in front of our body with our arms. So watch, it goes like this. Cross, cross, drop, drop. Let's try that again. Cross, cross, drop, drop. Okay, nice. Now we're going to catch them. I'm not doing this though. I'm not passing them from hand to hand like that. If you can feel yourself doing that, try and break out of that and make sure you're just doing this, throwing them high, cross, cross, boom, boom. Okay, let's try with catching them. Cross, cross, catch, catch. Cross, cross, catch, catch. Okay, in fact before we go on to three, let's do one other trick with two which I like. Two in one hand. So this is going to help us start. I'm going to put one bag in the bottom bit of my hand here, and I'm going to put the other bag in the top bit of my hand. So I've got them like this. And now I'm going to try juggling two in one hand. Here we go. So I'm going to start with the bag in my fingertips here. I'm going to throw that up, and then I'm going to throw up this one. Here we go. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So I'm throwing them in a circle, and I'm trying to keep both bags in the air with one hand behind my back. If you're really struggling to start it like that, you can try throwing one up with the other hand and then throwing the other one in. But the reason we want to start two in one hand like this is because it's going to really help us when we try three bags in a second. So if I start one at the bottom, got these three fingers, or two fingers and a thumb, you grab this one. Here we go. I go for I've got my other arm behind my back. I'm going 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, like that. Boom. So that's two in one hand. If that's starting to feel comfortable, you could try it with the other hand. You've probably tried it with your writing hand. Try it with the other hand. 1, 2. Same idea. Starting both from one hand. Starting with one at the bottom of your hand and the other one at the top. Like so. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice. Okay, so if you've got three bags, and if those tricks are feeling comfortable, let's have a look at how we could try juggling three bags. So, I'm going to grab one bag in one hand, the other hand is going to have two bags in. It's the hand that has two bags in that has to start. Has to start. Don't try and start with the hand with one bag in, because that won't work. I'll end up with not enough bags. So, hand with two bags in is going to start. And every throw I make is going to go up and across. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I'm going to keep switching which hand's throwing. So first of all, I'll throw with this hand, because it's got two bags in. Then I'm going to throw with this hand, and I'm going to throw with this hand again. Whoosh, whoosh, left, right, left, right, left, right. Here we go. So start with the hand with two bags in, throw up and across. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. And that is called a cascade. So you might be finding it difficult to start. If you're really struggling, let's take it back a step like we did with two and not worry about the catches at all. So I'm going to start with two in one hand here, one in this hand, and I'm going to do three throws starting with this hand, but I'm not going to make any catches. So I'm going to go cross, 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 drop, drop, drop. Let's try it. Cross, 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 and they drop. So yeah, that worked pretty well. I'm going to do that a few times, So I feel really comfortable with those throws. So I know when they're happening and I know which hand is throwing when. So if I start with my right hand, it's going to be right, left, right, like that. If I start with my left hand, if you're left-handed, it's going to be left, right, left. And then if that starts to work, you can try catching some of them. So let's start with the last one. I'm going to go right, left, right, and I'm going to catch this last one. And then I can try catching the last two. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm going to catch these two. And now I'm going to try catching all three. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was my first 3 throws of a cascade. So once you've done 3, you can keep going. We can try 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. And then it keeps going on forever and ever and ever. So let's try 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so on. But you have to always start with a hand with 2 bags in. If I don't, then I get stuck at this point and I can't keep going. So, if that's easy, you manage to get 3 bags juggling, and this takes a while. You won't necessarily get it straight away. But now you could try putting in some of the things we were looking at before. You could throw out one of the bags, turn around and catch it. So that would look like this. Throw the bag up, turn around and catch it, keep juggling. Or you could try throwing under the leg and behind the back. Boom. So that's quite a lot to work with. Some of those tricks got a bit difficult, so you won't necessarily get them straight away. But if you practice for a few minutes each day, 5, 10 minutes even, each day, you'll see you start to progress really, really quickly. So I hope you liked that video. That was me, Bags, teaching plastic bag juggling. Thank you very much.